Hello everybody and welcome. Today we begin life without Mateta. Hello, it's a very warm welcome to episode 33 of Where Eagles Dare as we manage Crystal Palace for the FM26 Beta Save. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have two games for you as usual. It's Rapid Vienna at home in the Champions League league phase, match day 7, a must win really if we are to secure a playoff place, and I don't think we can do any better than a playoff place. More about that in just a moment. And then we play Fulham in the Premier League, match day 24 at home again. I will say that we do need to win that game as well if we are to stay at the top of the table. But we'll focus on that in just a wee bit. Last time out, of course, a 5-0 win against Manchester United and the 2-1 loss against Liverpool. And has that hurt us too much? As I said, we will focus on the Premier League in due course. But we want to focus first of all on the Champions League. But before we do that, a bit of update on transfer news, because I think we did mention at the end of the last episode, Mateta has gone to Napoli, £14 million. It says a 4.8 million profit. I've never seen that profit before. Does it tell us on here? If we go in here, yeah. So we bought him for 9.25 million and sold him for 14 million. So it was good move. We did have him on loan before then and spent 3 million on that. So yeah. By the way, we've managed to make a profit on Mateta, so I've never seen that before, the profit thing on there, so that's something new. Let's go back into transfer history. So he has gone, but we have replaced him. I think we did mention that Joshua Zirkzee was a potential for incoming. Didn't really do it at Manchester United. We're hoping he is going to do it for us. Only 2.5 current ability, so he's just got potential for 3.5. So hopefully we can bring him along. As you can see, he's been around a little bit. Manchester United taking a massive hit there. £35.5 million they paid for him. Sold him to us for £7 million. Bologna bought him from Bayern Munich for 7.25. So yeah, he's probably not really done what people would have expected of him. His most prolific season with Bologna, Anderlecht on loan, 38 appearances, 16 goals. But his next best was with Bologna for 34 appearances and 11 goals. Just hope that he can do some scoring. Doesn't matter if he's prolific, but scoring would be good, because currently Bireth hasn't really been on the type of form. Champions League it is then. We are down in 23rd. As I said, we do need to win. So bunch of teams behind us that could catch us if we lose. The best we can do, as it currently stands, bearing in mind a lot of teams have played on Tuesday night, 13 pointers here, and the best that we can get if we win both our last two games is 13 points. And as we've got an inferior goal difference, that's going to be hard work. So I'm thinking that we're definitely in the playoffs. We're not going to attain a top 8 finish in this competition this time round, which means that we need to go and beat Rapid Vienna, who are currently first in the Austrian Bundesliga, and they won't be a complete pushover, that is for sure. So we need to go and get a result if we can. Let's go and have a look at the team that will face Rapid Vienna in a world after Mateta. And here we are, the side that will face Rapid Vienna in this Champions League match. Rapid Vienna only having won one game of their previous 6 in the Champions League. Let's hope that we can do the same again today. And you will notice on the bench we can only field 11 players, basically because of players unregistered, 1, and 2. there's been an under-21s game as well, which means that anybody that possibly would be available from the under-21s can't play either because they've already played in an under-21s game. So we're short of the bench because Mateta's gone and Xerxes hasn't yet been registered for the Champions League. So we are short on the bench today, but I'm sure we will cope. Henderson is in goal then. It's Angori, Guy, Drogosin and Manus are defensive line. Dekuri is the deep defensive midfielder. Lerma is in front of him in central midfield. And then it's Pino, Uche and Sarr across the attacking midfield. Bereth gets a start up front, and by goodness, I hope he can pull it out the bag today, because if not, we are in trouble. The bench looking like this. It's Benitez, Guy, Mitchell, Lacroix, Raksaki, Wharton, Esse, Yarami, Dans, Richards and Nketiah. And here we are at Selhurst Park, playing our familiar formation. Only those 11 on the bench. They are playing a 4-3-3 today, making 6 changes from a friendly they played against Copenhagen. And as you'll see, they're down in 31st, only winning one game. We are a little bit higher, 23rd, with 7 points. Selhurst Park looking splendid and dry this evening. I don't know if that's another thing they fixed in this latest update, which we're playing today on the latest version, 26.2. Rapid Vienna playing in all white tonight. And Bereth gets us underway for this Champions League match. Pino, Angori. And they have a free kick. Possibly offside, I'm not sure. Bereth heads that on to Pino. Pino is going to have a go, but straight into the arms of Hedl in the Vienna goal. I was going to say goalkeeper then, I was on about. Manus heads it to Sarr. Ball crossed in, looking for Sarr. Didn't find him. Manus is there to tidy up. Lerma. Gay. Drogosin. Back out to Manus. Manus weaving about. Uche. Drogosin. Guy. Lerma finds Pino. Pino buries it in the bottom corner. And on 31 minutes, we take a lead. Finally. We've had to be very patient. And this was patience personified, really. Just waited until the opportunity arose. And Pino just putting it wide of the goalkeeper. And it's 1-0. And we are heading towards half-time. Pino with a free kick to Sarr. Sarr is trying to create a bit of space. Lerma. Manus, Pino cross it in. Pino gets his second goal of the game, and we take a 2-goal lead just ahead of half time. Lerma wriggling around. Manus out to Pino. Pino just drags it past the defender and has a go at the far post. And I think the goalkeeper wasn't too sure whether he was going for the near post, and didn't, went for the far post, and it's 2-0. As we head down, 2 minutes added on at the end of this first half. And we do get another highlight. Angori with a free kick. Angori fires it in. And it's Manus putting it away. And all of a sudden, we've got quite a cushion. And goals could come in handy. The more goals we score, based on the fact that goal difference could come into play here. And that fell nicely for Manus. And Manus making sure wasn't going to be no deflections, putting it in the right side of the goal. 3-0. And that is half-time. And, well, we've dominated that pretty much. 52% of the possession. 8 shots, 5 on target. They've had just 1 shot. Nothing on target to date. It says here 2-0. I'm sure it says 3-0 up there. FM26 has got problems. Clearly, it's got problems. 1.06 against 0.29 on the old XG. Pino getting a brace, and Manus scoring the other goal in injury time. But Pino is playing extremely well today, and I think it's a good job he is. And they've made a number of changes at half-time as they get the second half underway. And we have a highlight and a corner. Angure near post. It was headed away. Pino switch sides. Guy loses out to Amane. And they have an attack on here. Now it's a case of preserving our goal difference, and Henderson saving that one. And we have a highlight. We have some changes imminent, but they're not been made yet. And the ball forward. And cut out by Guy. And Guika on a counter-attack now. Doucouré's picked up a yellow card. Bireth! And Bireth scores. Well, we need to frame that. He's about to come off, but he has scored. Unless it's cancelled. No, it's not cancelled. He stayed onside. Goodness me. Bireth controlled it and put it away. Maybe, just maybe, we've got a replacement for Mateta. As we head down into injury time, 3 minutes added on. It's looking like a 4-0 win. It is a 4-0 win. And we have done a good job. They kept them to just 3 shots total, one of which was on target, and that's saved by Henderson putting it round the post, of course. We had 49% of the possession. They got a bit of possession back in that second half, but we had 13 shots, 6 of which were on target, scored from 4 of them, 1.49 against their 0.33. Well, that's going to help. We need probably one more win in the Champions League this season to make sure we have a playoff place. And of course, now we come back with the scores, because that's the first thing that happens in this new version of FM26. And there we are. There's our 4-0 win against Rapid Vienna. We've moved up into 19th place by the looks of that. We'll check the table in just a moment. Any other big scores? Rangers beating Genk by 4-1. Newcastle beating Athletic Club Bilbao, I presume that is. 2-1. Nottingham Forest beating Real Sociedad 1-0. They are the main scores out of today's matches. And this is how it stands. Down to 17th place, our guaranteed playoff places. We are in 19th. Not quite there yet, but we do need, and I noticed the names have reset themselves. Blue Neri, which I think is Milan, AC Milan. We need to fix that again, don't we? But that is how it stands. We will be facing Sparta Prague in the final game of the thing. Sparta Prague are in 24th place. So that's not going to be easy, probably. That's going to be a tough match, because they will want to secure a playoff place as much as we do. And there's only a point between us. So it is going to be a real toughie, that one. 3 days down to the game against Fulham in the Premier League. They've won 3, drawn 2 of their last 5. So they are ripe, but we do need to win. We'll have a closer look at the Premier League just ahead of that game. Well, you come back and join me. It is match day, and there has been a couple of games played. Manchester City beating Norwich on Friday evening by 4-1. Kulusevski has joined them and scored in that game. And this is today's results. The early game, Nottingham Forest losing 2-1 to Leeds. And Coventry will be playing Liverpool in the later game. Table looks like this going into today's match. We are top still, despite Manchester City winning that game. They're now equal on games played, and have 51 points. They are behind us by just 1 goal by virtue of that win, and we need to keep chugging away and keep getting the wins if we are to succeed. And yeah, that's how the table looks going into today's matches. If we go to fixtures and then we go down and have a look at Fulham, we've played them. You can't see because it's behind me. I've realised this. There are. We can expand it out. I haven't tried that before. So now you can see we have actually played them. That's in the wrong order, isn't it? Oh no. So we beat them 2-0 at Craven Cottage last season, 2-0 at Selhurst Park. Earlier this season, we beat them at Craven Cottage 3-1. Goals from Uche, Manus and Ndola. Emil Smith-Rowe getting the other goal for Fulham. And then we lost to them less than a month after that on penalties in the Caribou Cup. And it was Saar and Bireth missing from the penalty spot that gave us that loss. So we have lost to them, but only on penalties. So let's hope we can get a result against them today in match day 24 in the Premier League. And here we are for the Premier League match against Fulham at home, and the side that will face Fulham today is Henderson in goal. Mitchell comes in for Angori on the left side. It's Gay, Drogosin and Manus, the rest of the defensive line. Lerma replaces Doucouré, who'd made that position and of the defensive midfield his own just recently, but he has been playing a lot of games, so we've decided to give him a rest today. Hopefully not a mistake. Lerma is the defensive midfielder. Wharton comes in comes back in as the midfield playmaker. Obviously replacing Lerma on this occasion. Nketiah comes in on the left. Pino needs a rest. Pino needs a rest. Pino has gone in place of Uche, who needs a rest in the 10 slot. And Saar is out on the right. Bireth gets his second start in a row, having scored in the last game. Can he add to that score? We will have to wait and see. And the rest of the bench looks like this. It's Benitez, Guy, Angore, Lacroix, Doucouré, Raksaki, Esse, Yarami, and new boy Zirkzee. And here we are back at Selhurst Park. And Fulham come to us making 3 changes from the side that drew with Nottingham Forest, playing a 4-2-3-1 today. Fulham in 8th as it stands at the minute. As the teams come out on the pitch. And for the second time in a row, we're playing a side in all white. A similar result would be very nice today, of course. And they get the game underway as we look for 3 points. Nketiah out on that far side. Wharton through to Nketiah. Nketiah flicked it on, looking for Bireth, but it didn't quite make Bireth. We have another chance. Nketiah, Wharton, Mitchell, Guy, Wharton, Pino, Guy, Mitchell. Mitchell crosses this in, and Bireth gets his second goal in a row. And maybe we don't need to worry about Mateta gone home. Mateta having gone. This lovely ball in, and Bireth got there off the crossbar, and suddenly he's found his scoring mojo. And Fulham get us underway straight away. This one going out wide, and it's headed back to Henderson. Henderson launches a long one, which we know is never good, and that's headed back to the goalkeeper. And Tete, as they go through the lines. Robinson, and that was cut out by Manus. Manus. Sa. Pino, who's playing in a free role today and seems to be enjoying it. Oh, he's on his own. He's going to have a go here, but straight at the goalkeeper. Leconte. They have a corner. Lukic with the corner swung in, and it's gone in. Henderson spilt it, and Kene Tete puts it away, makes it 1-1. Mistake by Henderson here then. Headed by Bassi. Oh, come off the back of one of our defenders. I think Henderson did what he could do, and it come off the back of one of the defenders, fell nicely for Tete. Nketiah. Mitchell. Guy. To Manus. Drogosin. Wharton. Mitchell. Nketiah. Wharton. Mitchell. Through to Nketiah. Nketiah chips it in. Oof, off the line by Burge. And it fell nicely for Sarr, who only had to head it in. And I guess we made a mistake in defence. They made a mistake in defence. Nketiah's ball in. Cross it into the 6-yard box. Goalkeeper spills it onto Anderson. Anderson flicked it up. And I don't know who this was. Who's this? Burge. Looks like he's kicked it off the line. Kicked it up in the air. And Sarr just waited for it to come down. And all he did was cushion-headed it into the back of the net. We're back in front on 22 minutes. And again, we see a highlight from kickoff. It always worries me. Always worries me. Kevin! And they're straight back in. And offside there, I think. He did look as if he was offside. Please. Oh, no, it's not. And they are level literally from the restart. Oh, there's not much in it. Not much in it at all. But they've adjudged him to be onside, and Menez levels it up again. And we pick it up almost straight away. Lerma, Pino, Manus, Sarr. Sarr goes on his own, and Sarr's lost the ball. But Nketiah wins it on that far side. Nketiah holds it up. Bereth tried to get a shot away, and it was blocked. And Mitchell standing his ground there. King with the ball. And that cut out by Gay. Nketiah. Nketiah runs with the ball. Nketiah. Wharton. We've gone very attacking just for 10 minutes or so. Just see if we can get in front here. Sarr. Sarr holds the ball up. Cross it in. And Pino trying to get a shot away. And it's gone into touch. As we head towards half-time, 2 minutes added on at the end of this first half. And it looks like we're going to go in all square. 2-2. And we held the lead for just a minute in that second goal from Sarr. And Menez getting them back in. And as you see, they had quite a rich vein in that middle of the first half. And, well, it's not doing us any good because as it stands at the minute, we will be 1 point in front of Manchester City, but they will have a game in hand, which isn't very good. Tottenham, I don't think, are playing, are they? They must be playing on the Sunday game. So, again, they could catch us, and we need to get in front in the second half. We've had 12 shots, just three on target, 1.39. They've had 9 shots, 5 on target, 1.31. They're not just a pushover. And we get the game underway for the second half. Manus with the ball to start. And we have a corner, swung in, headed away. Araksaki, Pino, SA. Araksaki, but it's way over the top. Henderson with the ball out, SA. And heading towards 90 minutes, Pino. Pino puts it into space for SA, who's come on, swung in, and a push on Xerxes. And it looks like it's going to be a penalty. And are we going to win this by virtue of a penalty? It is a penalty right at the end of this game. Who's going to take it? Number 10, Pino. And he scored. We have taken the lead. We're going to drop to a positive. And with 6 minutes added on, it's still time for them to come back. Don't forget they've come back again right on the dot that we've done it. And could we sneak a win here? Not done much for our goal difference, but only just. But Pino puts it away. Going down to balanced. And a highlight comes up as soon as we've done it. SA pulls this back. SA into the area. Pulls it back for Walton. Walton loses the ball. And the counter-attack is on. I need to thwart this very, very quickly. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. Oh, no. Would you believe it? Would you believe it? It's going to be a penalty. It is. Oh, dear. I have a feeling they brought on a player. Jimenez may well have come on. Oh, and a save by Henderson. I got a feeling Jimenez come on as a substitute. We will check that out. But we have got through. Jimenez, I have a feeling, came on as a substitute. We saw it flash up very, very quickly. We will check it out. They had a big raw patch of that, and we didn't have that game at all, did we? Until towards the end there, I think we upped the ante, and we managed to sneak it, and all by the fact that Jimenez missed right at the death. 15 shots, 8 on target for them, 19 shots, 6 on target for us. 2.51 plays 2.5 on the old XG. We've managed to sneak a win and got away with a big one. And so we round up on the day's results, and, well, we squeezed past Fulham by a hair's breadth, as it was, and I thought it all gone very, very wonky. Other scorelines, Arsenal beating Aston Villa by a 1-0. Aston Villa down to 10 men, only for the last 3 minutes, but it was a last ditch there, really. Ipswich Town beating Manchester United, which could put pay to the Manchester United manager, whatever his name is. He could be on his way. Newcastle are drawing 1-1 with Bournemouth. Everton beating West Ham by 4-0. Liverpool beating Coventry by 2-1. Game still to play. Tottenham, who are third, they will play Brentford. On the Sunday matches, Chelsea will play Brighton. I don't think there's any Monday matches this week. So we will round up on those at the start of the next episode. But we are top, 3 points clear, but they have played a game less than us. Manchester City on 51. Tottenham also on 51. Liverpool have a game in hand as well. They are on 49 and will be on 52. 2 if they were to win that game in hand, but they would be 2 points behind us. Our immediate threat is Manchester City and Tottenham. Arsenal down in 5th on 46. We're 8 points clear of them, and Chelsea are 6th on 39. That's how it stands at the end of today's episode. We are going to come straight back because we have a Champions League phase match day 8, which we must win in order to ensure that we get a playoff place in the Champions League and go further. And then, of course, we will be playing Nottingham Forest, who knocked us out of the FA Cup by a 1-0. Seem to be playing teams that knocked us out of the Cup just recently. Nottingham Forest currently are 19th in the Premier League, so we would like to think that we could get a result against them. Beat them at home last season by 3-0, and we had a 1-1 draw in the Premier League against them last season. I don't think we've played them actually yet this season, so and that was an FA Cup last season, so we've not played them at all this season. Surely we have. Yeah, we have 3-2. That doesn't show up on here. Let's get that up. There we go, 3-2. So that was a load of rubbish. What was that? We must remember to click on that box because it doesn't show you all of the things. We played them 4 times. Won twice, drawn 1, lost 1. The loss was in the FA Cup. Back last season, we did play them early in the season. Near the start of the season, actually, a 3-2 win on that occasion, but we need to get a result in the Premier League today to keep in front of the others behind us, and I hope you're going to join me for that one, and I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to give me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button. That keeps you up to date with all future episodes of Where Eagles Dare as they are released, and new episodes of Where Eagles Dare released every Monday and Thursday at 4:15 p.m. Best way of keeping up to date what's happening on the channel is follow me on X at JustOffside2. Hope to see you for the next episode. Until then, have yourselves a great week. Bye bye.